Jimmy is on the road to a career in automotive technology, a road that could lead directly to the home of the largest automotive producer in the state and one of the largest in the world, Nissan Motor Corporation. Nissan's plant in Canton can produce 400,000 vehicles per year and employs 4,100 people. But as with any manufacturing facility this large, one of the things you're going to need is a group of smart, dedicated, and skilled employees to keep it running. Meet the team from Industrial Maintenance.
24/7, if it's broken, they call.
This is Jimmy Thornton. So Jimmy, tell us what made you decide on this as a career?
Nissan actually gave me the chance to get into the maintenance program. So I went to Holmes Community College as an apprentice, worked out here at OJT, and that's how I learned how to become a multi-skilled technician, mostly computer-based. You can go online with the press CPU, and through that you can just go through the logic, make sure every sequence of events is happening properly. The constant challenges, I guess, will make it so exciting.
And now, let's meet the leader of the team, Ken Carter.
My maintenance staff is basically on call until the equipment breaks, and also doing preventive, predictive type maintenance things to help make sure the equipment is efficient. And it's very technical. You know, we're working on robotics, computers. It's not the old wrench, shade tree mechanic. Those days are over. In automotive, it's very technical. And, I want them to realize it's an important position. You've got to be educated, computer skills, PLCs, electronics, electrical, mechanical, since we are multi-skilled. But, when the equipment's down, because of the cost of automotive and what it costs to build a vehicle, the downtime is absolutely critical, and we got to have the equipment efficient. We have to be running, because you have so many people standing around waiting when the equipment's down.
So what kind of education is required to come into this type of job?
We look for strong trade schools, if possible. A 2-year associate's degree and from one of the local junior colleges is a big help. And there is several junior colleges that have an emphasis on maintenance technician, the skills that we do, and it's not necessarily as multi-skilled as it may be single trade towards electronics or electrical, but that's kind of what we look for when we're going to the junior colleges and doing the recruiting.
Ken, why would someone want to come work for a large corporation like Nissan? What are some of the advantages?
Well, the biggest advantage I can see is a long-term relationship with a business that you know that you can retire in. This type business, when you get into it, you need to look at it as a long-term relationship because it's going to support your family.
With over 1,100 robots and a myriad of support equipment at this location alone, the need for skilled workers in the manufacturing field is growing every day. Now, meeting that demand is sometimes difficult, but the means to turn students into skilled, highly paid workers is right here. This is Buddy Felder. Buddy is a maintenance tech here at Nissan. Hi, Buddy. How are you?
How you doing, Karen?
Good to see you.
You too.
So, tell us, why did you choose this career?
First of all, I always enjoyed tearing stuff apart, seeing how it works, and wanting to put it back together. And whenever I was in high school, I started dealing with a lot of small robots and really just loved the way that you could go in there, program them, tell them exactly what to do, and they would execute that flawlessly down to 1/10 of a millimeter. And to me, that was just amazing.
So what's the best part about your job?
The best part about my job would probably be taking on a new project such as what we have going on right here. Taking these robots, getting the programming down to specs, getting it just perfect, and then getting to see the robots just take off at full speed, put everything together, and get the line rolling.
So how has your training helped you to be able to do this job better?
Well, I got a lot of training at Holmes Community College, a lot of basic skills training in mathematics and PLC programming logic. And then here at Nissan, we have our own training facility where we do a lot of different types of robots, different series of robots, and we're taught how to program them, how to enable them to do just about anything we could possibly want them to do as far as welding pressures, alignments.
So, you know, to me, this looks like something out of, I don't know, Star Wars or something with all these robots moving around. How do you keep up with all this technology?
Well, we are required to have a certain amount of training really every week, but we have weeks at a time every year that we go and update our knowledge of new technologies coming out, or if they have add-ons to the technologies we're using now, we get updated on that. Holmes Community College has a wonderful program. There are several community colleges around the state that have an awesome maintenance program where you actually get in there and learn the basics of what you need to know as far as electricity, mechanics, hydraulics, pneumatics. It's a wide variety of stuff that it requires to come in and do a maintenance job in a plant.
When a car or truck is assembled here, its next stop is the test track. Quality control personnel make sure these vehicles are ready to hit the road before they hit the showroom floor. Quality control is where every vehicle is test driven by the quality control experts before it leaves the factory and goes to the customer to make sure it's perfect. Really perfect.
Michael Joyner. I am a Lab 2 squeak and rattle technologist.
So it really says that, like on all of your information you have to say squeak and rattle technician?
I am a squeak and rattle technologist.
That is a pretty cool job title. What's a typical day like? Do you drive cars all day long?
Pretty much.
If so, I want your job.
Drive cars and walk through the plant looking for issues.
Can you tell us a little bit about your education?
I have a 2-year automotive degree from East Central Community College. I've worked about 4 years in automotive manufacturing.
That was a rattle.
So,
So what do you like most about your job?
the challenge. Basically, you have to be the customer.
So when it goes to the garage, do you stay with it and kind of help them figure out what's going wrong, problem solve with them, or do you just come back out here and keep driving?
No, we do the problem solving. We are the ones that actually have to find the root cause and work with engineers, manufacturing managers, or suppliers to eliminate the issue. We would actually have to tear parts of the car down and find out exactly what's creating the noise before you can call somebody to fix it.
Well, we're about to get to the end here, so can I drive?
I saw what you did on the simulator.
And if these guys discover anything, it goes back to quality control, where it's gone over with a fine-tooth comb and any problems are fixed. Let's meet Eric Field, head of quality control here at Nissan.
I'm the manager of Lab 2. We do test and evaluation of our vehicle products here. So a lot of static and dynamic testing, as well as design change confirmations.
And what does it take to be a part of your quality control team?
On the soft side, it takes a big love for vehicles. You have to love cars. You gotta love everything about them, not just riding in them. It takes a lot of curiosity. You got to be a really curious person, and it takes some sense of humor because we work on the problems. We do deep investigations, and it's not always cut and dry on what that problem is. So you have to have a sense of humor because sometimes it just your setbacks you got to be able to laugh at sometimes. But then it also takes a lot of technical ability, a good grasp for math, a good understanding of what can affect what on the vehicle.
What kind of training do you need to work in quality control?
Various. A good background in math is a good foundation. You need to have a good understanding of materials, the strength properties, how different materials react, why they act certain ways. It's not just audits. It's not just taking a measurement and coming up with an output. It's understanding why this is occurring and why you're getting shifts and why things are moving, and then how to get them back to where they need to be.
So tell us a little bit about your educational background.
High school, I just completed a normal college prep courses in high school. Went on and got an undergrad or a bachelor's degree in engineering with a minor in business, and then later on went on to complete my master's in business. I have an MBA. Nissan has been great though in constantly educating us. I have taken many classes in both the business side of leadership, learning how to communicate, how to listen, as well as the technical side. They provide us with the statistical process control classes, the GD&T classes with how to read blueprints and drawings of the parts in the vehicle. So my education outside of my formal education, here in Nissan, has been as beneficial as anything I learned in the classroom in college.
So it sounds like a lot of math and science. I don't think I would do very well in quality control. So do you have any advice that you would like to give to high school students who might be thinking about a job in your arena?
Oh, I would think, if you like problem solving, if you like problem solving, if you like the video games where you have to figure out how to get to the level, you've got a good chance of really liking quality control. If you like problem solving, like getting your hands dirty, quality control is a good place to be.
Mike Smith. I'm an engineering technologist.
Take us through sort of your journey that got you here from high school to here. What's your education experience like?
I actually had to quit school when I was in 11th grade and went on about a year and a half later and got my GED.
Have you had any additional training since you got here?
I've took a lot of courses at community colleges, online courses, computer classes.
Classes at community colleges in the area, or?
I took a lot at Hines and Holmes here locally in Jackson.
Jessica McKercher. I am product quality engineer for Titan and Armada.
So do you work specifically only with those two models?
Yes, I do, and I have been at Nissan for 7 years, and those are the only two models I've ever worked on.
So what exactly does that involve? What exactly do you do?
Currently, I'm a warranty engineer in that role. I analyze claims for various concerns and make trends and try and fix the problem so no future customers have that same concern.
How have these models changed? You've worked only with two certain models, so how have they changed over the 7 years that you've been here?
The main things that change are the technology. Every year we are always adding a new electrical system, and cars nowadays are run strictly on computers. Everything is handled by computers, and it's always another computer module that's talking to another computer module that always brings a little tricky spin on everything.
What kind of advice do you have for them about getting a job like yours?
My advice would be pick something that you think you can do and follow through with it. When I was in college, I wasn't the best student. But in the end, I graduated. You got to have the follow through. I graduated and now I work here.
And you love it?
Love it. My dream job was actually working in automotive. I've always wanted to work with cars, work on cars. I like the complex system that cars have, and learning new stuff every day is one thing that always surprises me.
They tell me this baby is ready to roll.